The cosmos, the vast unknown, reaching far into the universe, filled with galaxies and mysteries, holds the mystical key to your pet's personality and future. Welcome to Lucky's Stars, your weekly journey into the magical world of pet astrology. Sirius the dog star, Pisces the fish, Taurus the bull. See what predictions the stars foresee. Is your pet going to have a rough week or sitting in the catbird seat? Find out now with your host, international pet astrologer, Lucky.
Well, hi everybody. It's me, Lucky, back for another week of Lucky Stars, where I'll tell you what the stars and planets have in store for you pets this upcoming week. Well, as you know, it's October, and Halloween is just around the corner. Now, I've been trying to figure out what to dress up as this year. I thought I'd kind of go with a TV theme this year. I'm kind of torn between being Jack Bow Wower or Dr. Gregory Doghouse. Well, we'll see what kind of mood I'm in. Either killing people or saving them. Now, don't get upset. That was just a little joke. Anyways, I hope you all had a good week. And we're going to take a quick pause for some messages, and we'll be right back with this week's Pet Horoscope and see what the stars and planets have in store for this week. Don't nobody go nowhere.
We've barely scratched the surface. Lucky Stars will transport back into the metaphysical right after these earthly words from our sponsors. Right, Lucky?
Attention passengers, please fasten your seatbelts, put your seat bags and sleeping pets in their full upright position, and prepare for takeoff.
Pet Life Radio presents Travel Tales, the show where you'll get great travel ideas on perfect places for you and your pet. From Paris to paradise, south of the border to the South Seas, Travel Tales will give you cool tips on fun vacation destinations to travel with your pet, pet-friendly hotels, and advice on how to travel safely and happily with your furry best friends. So, get ready to pack the bags and the bones with your Travel Tales hosts, Susan Sims and Nicholas Veslowski, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com. The moon is in the 7th house, and actually, so are Lucky's treats. So now, with more pet horoscopes and some heavenly snacks, here's Lucky.
Welcome back to Lucky Stars. I'm your host, Lucky, and each week I'll give you the pet horoscopes for the week. This week I'm talking to the pets, so if you're listening and you're human, I'm depending on you to pass along this information to your pet. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with Aries. That's March 20th to April 18th. Did you lose your favorite squeaky toy? This week it's bound to turn up, and in a place where you least expect it to be. Now don't growl and wonder who took it away from you. Just be glad you have it back and let the playtime begin. Moving along, the next sign on the zodiac is Taurus. Now that's April 19th to May 19th. This week, it's time for you to kick back, relax, and generally take it easy. Last week was pretty exciting for you, but this week you're free to unwind. Now don't stay cooped up indoors all day. Get your human to take you out in the yard for some sun and some fun. Maybe you can even meet some new friends, or maybe that cute poodle down the street. The next sign is Gemini. Now that's for those pets that are born May 20th to June 20th. Now going to the groomers and having a bath is never a fun experience. But this week, you'll probably rethink that, especially since you're starting to look super scruffy. Expect your human to take you out for some primping this week. Now, I know it's a pain, but just think of how great you'll look afterwards and all the treats you'll get for being such a good pet. The next sign is Cancer. Now, that's for those of you born June 21st to to July 21st. Now, guests are going to be coming over this week, so you better be on your best behavior unless you want to get tied up out back. Now, try being friendlier for a change and make sure you practice some great new tricks to really wow the crowd. I know maybe you've been practicing that piano when no one's home, and that would really be something. You might even get a nice new toy or a great meal out of it. Next is Leo. That's for those of you born July 22nd to August 21st. Now this week, you may be feeling a little down, especially since you're missing some of your playmates. It's football season, and some of the kids in the family are either watching TV or they're out playing football, or maybe they're going to see the big game. Anyway, if you really want them to play with you, you gotta put on your cutest face and look at them like real sofa-like, you know what I'm saying? They won't be able to resist. You could try impressing your humans with a new trick too. Okay, moving along, the next sign is Virgo. That's August 22nd to September 21st. Now, that dog you thought was your friend will be snarling at you this week. But before you snarl back and get into a big fight, now get a grip on your temper first and find out what could be causing this. He may just be having a bad week right now, so try to just avoid him at the moment. Before you know it, he'll be coming around again and asking you to play. Okay, we're about halfway through the zodiac, so I think this is a prime time to take a quick break for some prime rib. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab me a bite while you all hear some prime messages. Be right back.
We've barely scratched the surface. Lucky Stars will transport back into the metaphysical right after these earthly words from our sponsors. Right, Lucky?
Here's the story of a lovely lady who is bringing up 3 very lovely goals. Join us every week on Wings and Things with your host, Susan Chamberlain, and get a bird's eye view of everything there is to know about pet birds and how to make your frequent flyer a happy camper. Wings and Things. That's the way we became the Birdie Bunch. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. The moon is in the 7th house, and actually, so are Lucky's treats. So now with more pet horoscopes and some heavenly snacks, here's Lucky.
Welcome back to Lucky Stars on Pet Life Radio, where each week you get the lowdown on what the stars and planets have in store for your pet. I'm your host, Lucky, and now let's get on with the zodiac. The next sign is Libra. That's September 22nd to October 22nd. It's birthday season for you, so be prepared for a lot of new toys coming your way. Expect to be treated like the king or queen that you are, but remember, don't be too overconfident. You're still expected to behave yourself. Now, there's no growling allowed, so just remember that everyone will love you even more if you're on your best behavior. And you know what? They might even pass you some cake. And just make sure it isn't chocolate, you know what I'm saying. Okay, it's time for Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Time for you to meet up with some of your pals. It'll be a great idea for you to head to the park and get some exercise, as you've been looking a little flabby. There'll be some new faces there, and one of them is bound to become one of your best friends. So remember, play nice. Next, we have Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 20th. You probably ate something that didn't agree with you this month, and that's why you're not your usual active self this week, and you might be a little irritable. Try to keep from messing up the living room rug, but don't worry, even if you do, your human won't get mad at you. Next time, stay away from old biscuits under the bed and keep your head out of the garbage in the kitchen. The next sign is Capricorn, December 21st to January 18th. The neighbor's cat is hanging out on your yard again, and it's starting to get on your nerves. Now stay calm and don't get your tail in a twist. just give it your coolest stare, and it'll back off eventually. You don't want no trouble with the neighbors, you know? Especially with Halloween coming, that's another house that you can go to. Okay, the next pet horoscope this week is Aquarius, January 19th to February 17th. Oh, you've been fighting the urge to chew on your owner's brand new sandals these past couple weeks. Now you better keep fighting it, because no good's gonna come out of it. Work off the temptation by asking your human to take you out on walks a little more frequently. Now remember, chewing anything in the house that doesn't belong to you is definitely not a good idea. Well, here we are at the last horoscope for the week. Now that's Pisces, February 18th to March 19th. Another trick again? You're really getting tired of practicing, but just keep that happy smile on your face and that tail wagging. Remember, it's all worth it for that treat, that big hug from your owner, and the fact that you're getting smarter too. Okay, that wraps up this week's Pet Horoscopes. If any of you out there have any comments or questions, or just want to say hi to the old Luckster, you can email me at lucky@petliferadio.com. That's lucky@petliferadio.com, and I'll either answer your question by email or I'll answer it on one of my future shows. Now, if you'd like more information or transcripts of this show or any other show on the Pet Life Radio Network, just go to petliferadio.com and click on the show of your choice. So until next time, this is me, Lucky, saying keep looking up at the stars, but watch where you're walking, 'cause you may step in something. I'm Lucky, and I'm out.
Will your dog have a bone to pick with you tomorrow? Is your cat planning a hissy fit? Follow the Dog Star to Pet Life Radio for Lucky Stars, our weekly pet horoscopes. Whether your retriever's a believer or your Pekingese disagrees, this is the place to find out what the stars hold for your favorite furry friend. So pull up a crystal ball every week with your host, international pet astrologer, and Earth, Fire, Water, and Air Dale, Lucky. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.